Dr. Greg Barroza and the West Hills Polo Club present the 1989 Range Rover West Hills Polo Invitational. Featuring the high gold team of Range Rover against the high gold team of West Hills. Next, we'll meet the players.
One of these guys is a pro photographer. One's a dentist. With the autofocus EOS 750, it's tough to tell them apart. Canon EOS. Now you don't have to be a pro to shoot like one. And with the EOS 750, now you don't have to be a pro to afford one. Autofocus Canon EOS, so advanced, it's easy to shoot like a pro.
By the way, Doc,
what's that?
Could you look at this tooth?
Now, a $50 rebate direct from Canon.
Here comes Willis, and the crowd is going wild.
Embrace the memories.
It was all because of the fans, being the sixth man on the floor, and I just like to say thanks, New York, for everything.
Return to the glory.
That is it. The New York Knicks are the world champions.
It's all part of New York's game. History of the Knicks from MSG Video, CBS Fox Video Sports, and NBA Entertainment. This complete history journeys from the magical days at Old Madison Square Garden to the Knicks' resurgence today. New York's game. History of the Knicks, sponsored by your Tri-State Jeep Eagle dealers, can be yours for just $19.98. Have your Visa or MasterCard ready and call 1-800-858-3838 or send your check or money order to Post Office Box 708, Northbrook, Illinois 60062. Add $3 for shipping.
I'm Dr. Greg Barroza of the West Hills Polo Club. We're very excited about the opportunity of seeing talented riders and players come together for a match here at West Hills. This should be one phenomenal exhibition of talent.
And those talented players call on a unique blend of skill, quickness, endurance, and toughness necessary in the arena polo game. Let's begin with the Range Rover team, rated at 14 goals. Starting with the number 1 position, Dr. William Miller. Dr. Miller is rated 3 goals in the arena and competed this summer with Copper Beach Polo Team at the Middlebrook Polo Club. And the number 2 slot, Dave Rizzo. Dave holds a 6-goal rating in the arena and has competed professionally in New York, Florida, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Massachusetts, and holds many indoor arena titles. And in the back, J. Horton Schwartz III. Horton is rated 5 goals in the arena, and he competed this year for the United States Polo Team in the International Polo Federation World Championship Finals. Now for the team from West Hills. In the number 1 slot, Ken Cresswell. Ken is the youngest and most inexperienced of the West Hills team, and he must play the game of his life if West Hills is going to have a chance today. And in the number 2 slot, the highest rated player today, Paul Rizzo. Paul is also the highest rated indoor arena player on the East Coast at 7 goals. He'll be counted on to carry the offensive load today for West Hills. And also, he'll be playing against his father, Dave Rizzo, on the Range Rover team. In the back, number 3, Peter Daly. Peter started playing polo here at West Hills with Paul Rizzo and holds an indoor arena rating of 5. He adds experience to the West Hills team and should help lead the way for young teammate Ken Cresswell. 3 players each will play 4 chukkers of 7.5 minutes. Penalty shots will be awarded for fouls, and the chukker starts with a bowling and ends with a whistle. Player 1 is an offensive player. The playmaker is wearing the number 2, and defense is the player 3 position. The field announcers for today's game are Jerry Knapp and Tom Benn. The referee for today's match is Fred Brownstein. Before we begin play, let's learn a little more about arena polo from today's competitors.
My job in arena polo is kind of to keep the mayhem to a minimum. This game has a lot more contact in it than the outdoor game or the game on the big field does. You're in a much more confined area. The arena is actually about 1/9 the size of a regular polo field. And even though you only have 3 players in there, things are happening very fast. In fact, it's a little difficult for me in there sometimes because you got to watch the game and stay out of the way at the same time. You're always running the risk of getting run over. But it's a fast game. It's a game where it's almost like schoolyard basketball, 3-man basketball. You get in there and almost anything goes. The umpire's in there doing as good a job as he can do, but the plays aren't as definitive as they are outdoors, where you can see a play develop. Here, things happen, the ball hits a horse, something goes off in one direction, and the whole complexion of the game changes. A ball can be going in one direction, hits the horse, the next thing you know, some guy has it, and he's going the other way all by himself, because everybody still thinks the ball is going that way.
Well, I love to play polo. I've been playing for 20 years, almost 20 years, and almost 20 years professionally. I play mostly outdoor polo around the country, but back playing arena polo now is really a pleasure. It's a fun game to play. It takes a little time to adjust back to it, but a good arena game is as good as any game anywhere in the world.
This is the best thing for young players to come here. It gets them started. They don't have to spend as much money as far as going all out. I think what they do here is they'll just, they can play with just a couple of horses, have some fun. They really get to like it. The arena is good polo, you know, in the arena, especially a game like today was real good. We had all good players. Paul was a very good player, and Horton.
Well, it's a lot more physical. It's, I tell you, for a guy that has trouble with his boat, or he likes to race cars or whatever it is, if you got a couple of ponies and started in the arena, he would find out what a real kick is. It's macho, it's physical, it's gratifying, and it's pretty intense. You get a lot of satisfaction. It almost consumes your every moment once you really get into the swing of polo.
Well, I started polo here about 30 years ago. We built this arena so, you know, young people or people could get a taste of the game. I played professionally for years, and it just took off, and it's really great to see it being built up again. And we started a lot of famous players here. It's close, a lot of contact, a lot of action, intense action. On the outdoor field, the play's always on the far end of the field. Here, it's right under here, and playing it is great too because you're in the game, you're in the post. You can't stop for a second. You got to really go, and it's good, hard knocking polo, and I think it's great.
Range Rover's been involved with polo since they started selling cars in the United States in 1987. Part of their marketing program was to get involved in equestrian events, and polo, of course, is an equestrian event. What we did here today was we took the best players on the island and got them together, which is not that common, really, because they'll play with lesser-rated players usually. And we saw a nice, fast, high-goal game that really sort of epitomizes what arena polo is all about.
And play begins in today's arena polo match when we return.
After you've produced the yearly report in record time, after you've made order out of paperwork chaos, after you've turned the slideshow into a colorful part of your winning proposal, and seen productivity become top priority, maybe after all that you'll know why Canon is the most popular copier in America. From personal to color laser copying, the choice is Canon. Call toll-free 1-800-OK-CANON.
Garcia airs it out. Intercepted by 30, 25, to the 20, 15, 10, down to the 6-yard line.
MSG Network brings you the nation's finest collegiate sports action this fall with coverage of Pac-10 and Southwest Conference college football. It's another day-night doubleheader as Texas tangles with Arkansas at 1. Then Oregon invades Arizona State at 10. All Saturday here on MSG Network.
Hi, I'm Jeff Chase, your host for the Tennis Magazine Show. We've got all that and much more each week right here on this station.
This is MSG.
We're back at the West Hills Polo Club, all set for the Range Rover West Hills Polo Invitational. Referee Fred Brownstein looking toward the timer, gets the signal, ready for the first bowl in, and play will begin. Range Rover in green, and of course, the home team, West Hills, they will be in white. Brownstein bowls in the first ball, and here they go. Range Rover in green, Bill Miller to the right, Dave Rizzo trying to get control. Paul Rizzo knocking it back behind him, and it's Horton Schwartz breaking out of the pack, under the neck, offside shot, puts it up front, but it's Daly who knocks it back, and here they come down toward their own goal. Cresswell cuts off the Range Rover player. That'll be a penalty shot. First chance for a score. This is action a little bit later on. Penalty shot, unprotected goal, you'll notice. Horton Schwartz lines up the shot, an easy goal